Food Revolution team, and I'm Ronit. I'm a happiness coach.
I'm Dr. Nelum. I'm a GP.
And today we're going to talk about which rice is better for us, brown rice or white rice.
Well, Ronit, I'm really going to burst your bubble and say
Yep.
that really neither of them are particularly good. Okay. So, yeah. And, there is, and we'll put this at the bottom of our, we'll link it to this, that there's a few charts called sugar infographics that you can access. And this is basically, in that, what it shows us is how many teaspoons of sugar certain foods break down into.
Okay. And it's very good for you to understand that our body can manage very well 5 grams of sugar.
Which is actually 4 grams.
4 grams, which is
1 teaspoon of sugar.
And we're going to say it again, okay? Our body at any point in time has a mechanism to cope with 4 grams of sugar.
And actually anything more than that at any given time is toxic.
Okay, did you hear that?
So-
It's toxic.
So 1 teaspoon of 4 grams of sugar is really all that the body requires.
Yes, and it's fine. It'll be fine with that. He can manage that. Has no problem with that. The problem starts when we eat more than 1 teaspoon.
And so when you asked about the rice,
Yep.
so 150 grams of cooked white rice,
Which is how much?
which is this amount, because I have measured it. That's it.
And who eats that?
Exactly. Never in my life, as coming from Sri Lanka, have I eaten this. Well, guess how many teaspoons of sugar this amount of white rice breaks down into?
Well, you know by the question that she asked that it needs to be more than 1 teaspoon. Okay?
But guess how much?
5?
10 teaspoons, Ronit. 10 teaspoons, okay? And, like Ronit said...
So beyond 1 teaspoon, it is poison to the body. And then the body, because it has poison in there, does many things to try to get rid of it and get it out of the bloodstream so it will not harm us.
Yes.
So when we eat rice, the body thinks that it's causing harm.
Yes. And, and never in my life, before I heard this, have I just eaten this. 3 to 4 times this.
And I want you to know that my parents are from Iran. And by the way, the Persian rice is amazing. It's like, oh my God, it is heaven. And so for us, rice was at every meal.
A
So we
staple,
didn't,
right?
So
Yeah.
we didn't have potatoes in
No.
every meal.
No, same.
We had rice in every meal. And I say every meal, I mean every day.
Same. 3 sometimes, growing up in Sri Lanka, I used to have 3 meals of rice
A day.
a day.
Which is a lot. So can you imagine what a burden on your body it is for you to eat rice and then the body thinks is under attack.
Yeah.
And then it's so hard to get rid of it. By the way, it is poison because it's too much. Now, many times you've heard people saying things like, okay, we'll just go for brown rice.
Yes, exactly. And some of my patients do that. They say, oh, Nelum, no, I don't eat white rice. I only eat brown rice. And actually, brown rice, the same amount, will break down into 9 teaspoons of sugar.
Seriously?
So, really,
By the way, if you're already eating rice, you better go for the white one because you're poisoning yourself anyway. At least you enjoy it.
well, but that's the thing. I think for our purposes, for whole food revolution or for metabolic health or for health, there really isn't a significant difference
So this
between
is
white
the
and
devil
brown.
and this is the greater devil.
Yeah.
And I want to say this is I want to say to people that are taking care of their health, and for example, they change to eating. Let's say they want to cut the bread and all those flours and so on, and it seems like rice paper rolls or rice
Sushi.
sushi
Yes.
or all those things. Those are healthy alternatives. Now we want you to understand that in terms of sugar, in terms of poison to the body, they are as problematic.
So the problem is, Ronit, and I think this, unfortunately, this is something that I don't think doctors actually highlight enough, that all carbs, starchy foods, whether they are sweet or not, breaks down into glucose in the body. Glucose or sugar, we're using them synonymously, similarly, yeah. So the problem is that the body can't recognize the difference between glucose from rice to glucose from a Tim Tam, for instance. And that is where the problem is. So people would say things like, oh no, I don't eat sugar. But you do. If you're eating starchy carbs, you are eating sugar.
Yes, you're eating potatoes. You're
Yes,
eating
sweet corn.
Yes, you're
Yes.
eating sweet corn and
Pasta,
look,
bread.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? You even have carbs in carrots.
Yes.
It's like the question is how much.
Yeah.
Is my body able to manage it? Now it doesn't work that way that you say, okay, my carrots is 5 grams, and then my potatoes 5 grams, and this one's if you eat it
Together,
the same meal,
yes,
then it adds up.
and it's not that we're saying no carbs, that's not it, but I think particularly if, as we're getting older and we have other chronic diseases that are kind of slowly creeping in, we need to be lower carb. So these type of carbs that break down into lots of teaspoons of sugar really need to be avoided. And Ronit, the one that I always highlight is the banana. But everybody has
banana
a banana
shake in the morning with oats.
Yes, exactly. I used to have a banana, sometimes 2, in my smoothie every single morning. Each banana has how many teaspoons of sugar, do you think?
I don't know, 5, 4,
Yeah,
5,
6
That's a lot.
teaspoons.
And I look, I can tell you from experience that I have a challenge with this because I love fruits. And all my life I've learned that fruits is, look, it's a whole food.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a whole food, and I ate fruits. It's almost like there's a section in my stomach that the fruit goes to, and there's no
limit.
limit.
Because you can just put as
like,
much.
It's like I can honestly sit down and eat 7, 8 mangoes
Wow.
at one go.
Yeah.
And it's like I never get to this point where it says, Renate, enough.
Yeah.
I don't have that thing with fruits. It's like, honestly, I just sit on kilos. I'm like, seriously, plums, kilos.
Oh my
Like,
god.
honestly,
Yes,
it's like
yes.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was like, and I'll go again, take another one, and then I'll go again and take another one. So I could live on fruits all day. And I honestly thought that they were very, very good for me. But if you accumulate teaspoons,
That's the problem.
That's a lot of fruits. It's like so much
Lot of
sugar,
sugar.
and so much glucose in my body. And my body is definitely using dirty fuel of using glucose as energy. So
yeah.
maybe I think our message for you to help you with this thing is just think of teaspoons. Maybe just think of teaspoons or 4 grams, and then say to yourself, okay, my body can manage 4 grams in total.
At any one
For
time.
this much,
Yes.
for this meal,
Yeah, exactly.
For the next hour.
And there are alternatives out there now. Instead of rice, I have cauliflower rice,
Exactly.
which has very little in terms of carbs. And
So people make wraps out of eggs and spinach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like make
Yeah,
it
yeah,
a
yeah.
very thin wrap and then wrap
And pizza out of that, was it the fathead
the
dough?
fathead dough,
Which is basically,
or the cauliflower
yeah,
thing at the bottom. So
there are lots of alternatives.
yes.
So, so in terms of where to find out more information, you can look at the public health collaboration. So phc.uk.org. We'll put the details in the
It's
in the
a
notes.
it's a shocking um, um, form to look
Revelation.
at. Yes.
Yes.
And you look at it and you say, "Oh my God! All the healthy things that I thought that they were in fact had too many teaspoons
Of-
at the same time." So if you just look at it, change your mindset, and say to yourself, "I am safe if I'm eating 4 grams of sugar at any given time. I'll be okay." So just change your mind about this thing, and you'll be in a much better place.
Yes. So, bye.